So this is a job that you got to do. You'll know if you're a boxer and you have your own hand wraps for boxing or Muay Thai. This is a job that you got to do. Because I wash my wraps after every single training session. And then once they're dry, I roll them up again so that it's easy to put them back on again. So I kind of like little jobs like this. Do you like that too? You know, like repetitive jobs? The job that I don't like is putting the inserts back in sports bras. That is a job that I really wish I didn't have to do anymore. Sports brands, you need to start sewing them in or leaving them out. Well, I prefer that they're sewn in because I need them. Once you're lean, unless you got a fake one, you don't have them anymore. Most breast tissue, or there's breast tissue, but most breasts, they are just fat, really. So once you lose that fat, that's the first place it goes from. You'd hope it'd be like first from your belly, but no, you lose it from your boobs first. But I do like jobs like this, like repetitive jobs. As long as they don't annoy me. This doesn't annoy me. So rolling my wraps up, ready for the next session, and I leave them near my grooming station, my junk chair, my chair that's full of the things that I need to grab for certain situations before I go out. My workout gear and all of that. But even then, sometimes I forget to throw my wraps in my bag when I'm going training. So there it is. 2 rolled wraps. So it's looking pretty nice out there this morning. I'm feeling like going for a walk on the beach. So let's go for a walk on the beach together. It's Sunday. It's Claire Day. I've got a massage booked. My sports therapist is coming here about 11 o'clock this morning. So let's go on a beach walk first. Don't really feel like exercising. I was doing some band work for my shoulder yesterday and I'm kind of feeling that. So I don't want to... the massage will be enough. I don't want to exercise that anymore than I have done yesterday. Give it a break, let it repair from that. I feel like taking it easy today, but I do want to move my body, so let's go for a walk. Just finishing off my coffee now, and then we'll get out there. I've put my sunscreen on this morning. I've put the Biore UV, this one. Biore UV. Got my glasses on so I can't see. These are distance. Watery Essence it is. Aqua Rich Watery Essence. I put this one on. I don't like this one. It breaks me out. Sunscreens. I can't seem to find one that is good for my skin, that doesn't burn or break me out or something. This one breaks me out, but it's okay. I'll go for my walk and then I'll wash it off as soon as I get back. Can't keep these kind of things on my skin. You know, I don't know whether I've put my non-negotiables video out yet before this one. Probably not, but probably sunscreen is everyone's non-negotiable, right, for the skincare. It's not for me. It burns. Like, even like when it burns my eyes, when it burns my eyelid skin gets thick. And for like a week after, I look much older than I am because it hangs heavy when the skin's thick and it's like damaged. It can't be one of my essential sunscreen because it hurts too bad. It just hurts so much. Anyway, maybe one day they'll formulate sunscreens that don't damage my skin more than they help my skin. I know it's not damaging my skin from the UV rays. It's helping for that, but it's damaging my skin because of the reactivity of it. Inflammation, you know, it's like, which is better? The inflammation that you get from putting that stuff on that makes your skin react, or the protection from the UV rays, which I can do with hats and stuff like that. But anyway, problem. But I know the sunscreens are much better than they used to be, so perhaps they're going to stop making them so that they don't hurt me so much. So let's go for a walk anyway. Enough rambling on. Quick trip to the bins first at my place to throw empty water bottle away. Well, to put it near the recycling anyway. And to throw this one away, my Vita Soy. I need to order some more today. Get this sent to me because you can't get it on the island, but that's the tastiest soy milk that I can find. Which soy milk do you like? I use soy milk because it helps with some menopause symptoms. Wouldn't advise that men drink it. It is pretty powerful the way that it takes some of the menopause symptoms away, so can't imagine it's very good for men with its, you know, estrogen-like things. Things, sometimes it's hard to find words, isn't it? Beautiful gardens here. Absolutely love living here. And there's the pool up there. There's the swing. Walking all the way this time. Usually I'll ride my bike down to the road, but I figured let's just walk. Oh yeah, let's set it on my watch. Outdoor walk. There we go. Yeah, so there's some gardens down here where they're growing some vegetables, things like that. They cleared all this land here and planted these gardens in COVID time, so this resort kept all the staff on, I think. Most of them stayed, and some of the times I was the only person in the whole resort, but they kept them busy, you know, clearing the land, making gardens, growing some food so that they could stay alive. Scary times on this island back then. Hey kitty! So I wanted to show you this stuff. It's Mexican kale. This is an organic organic vegetable farm that is here on the resort, and so I walk by and ride by here these bushes and pick some leaves off it. It's kind of nice. I'll put it in my chicken wraps. I'll put it in my salads. I hadn't heard of it before, Mexican kale, but I do like to throw it in. It's a little bit like kale, you know. It's dark leafy green like that. Can be a little bit tough if you pick the bigger leaves, but those younger, fresher leaves, it's just nice. I like it. It's nice to be able to pick like a few leaves. Well, let's go see the bird. So yeah, they're growing all kinds of things here on this little farm. You can purchase some of the stuff off Facebook. Hello. Hello. You're on YouTube. Say like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Look at this. That's pretty. Hi. It's made with like electrical wire. How's that? It's made with electrical wire. Isn't that crazy? Can you see? Wow. Beautiful. They can make stuff out of all kinds of things here. I love it. I just want to see what this is. It's a teapot. Water feature. Teapot water feature. Very creative. Very creative. When there's lots of bottles on the island and no recycling plant here, instead of shipping them off somewhere else, what can we do with it? We can put it into the walls. There is actually a place called the Bottle House here that's the walls are pretty much all made from bottles, like they're bricks. It's a bit weird, but there you go. We've actually gone bottle free on this island now because it's such a big deal to get the bottles off the island for recycling. Waste is a big problem on this island, you know. We have got a rubbish tip here, but it all builds up. Sometimes some of it will get shipped off, but the amount of bottles is just too much. They're so heavy, you know. Everything's got to come in on ferries here, so it's a little bit much. So we're switching to cans now, especially if you know, like alcohol. Switching to cans instead of the glass bottles, because they can be recycled. They're lighter, they can be recycled, they can be taken off the island better than glass bottles can. I don't prefer it myself, you know. Don't like to drink out of a can, but if it's better for the way that this island is run, then I'm willing to take a hit. I tell you, I'm not much of a drinker anymore. Had a couple of whiskeys last night because a friend of mine was back on the island. I came home early. Oh, well, that's a point. Swimming pool is up there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 swimming pools in this resort. It's huge. It's the biggest dive resort in the world. But this one up here, you can see like it's kind of a long lap pool. I might go for a swim today because one of my Muay Thai trainers they know about shoulder issues, right? They've been training people for a long time, and so they're used to hearing about shoulder issues, or they've had shoulder issues themselves. And he said that swimming, just gentle swimming, is like, don't go fast, just gentle swimming is good, for the rehab of shoulders. So I did go in the pool after my Muay Thai training yesterday, and I didn't swim, I just had a dip, but I stood in the water and made like swimming movements. So I was pulling the water, standing up, kind of pushing against the side, and it did kind of feel good. But like I said, I don't want to overdo it today, so we'll see. If I feel like moving my body more later, I might go for a swim. So walking through the resort a little bit further down, pretty windy on the beach, so I don't think I'm going to be able to talk so much because there'll be interference with the microphone, but I'm going to leave my shoes behind here just at reception and then get on the beach so that I can ground myself and have my feet on the sand without my Birkenstocks, the rubbery Birkenstocks, keeping me away from the earth, so I can get a better grounding. And do you ground yourself? You do that stuff? Do you stand on the earth with your bare feet? I do, but only on the beach.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
So I've walked about 8,000 steps now. One end of the beach, the other end of the beach. But I noticed that there's a new boat in. Once you live in these places for a long time, you get to know the boats that are around. And yeah, there's a new boat over there, and it just got me thinking. I used to live on a yacht years ago, on a catamaran. We were sailing the east coast of Australia. So my boyfriend at the time, he owned that and lived on it, and so I lived on there for a year, just short of a year, with him. And while we were on that, I had this idea, because he'd done some long trips on it. He'd sailed from Australia to New Zealand, and I was up for an adventure. I said, what about we sail to Thailand? He wasn't keen on the idea, and I don't know why I'd picked Thailand, but yeah, it just one day, I ended up here in Thailand, and if things had been different with me and him, whether that would have been another way that I'd have got here, and I wonder if it would have probably broken up once I got here and ended up living here too. Sometimes I just wonder whether there's many routes in our lives leading us to a place or a person, and like there's many different ways that it can happen. That's what I was thinking as I was walking along. Certainly I feel the safest here that I've ever felt living anywhere. It's been very healing for me, this place, and that could be quite surprising to people that know the statistics about this place. Now, Koh Tao, this island, it has got the worst death rate of anywhere in Thailand, and there's some reasons for that, so I wanted to talk about that. It's not like the serial killers here, it's not happening by murder, although there was 2 people killed here long before not long, I think a couple of years before I moved here, and that's terrible. But no, it's not murders here that's killing people. It does have a high death rate because of a few things, a few factors, and they're all connected to alcohol. Now, I've always lived in holiday places, apart from when I was at university, and all holiday places have a high death rate because of this very thing. Alcohol is not a very safe at all drug to be taken. Hello, Dougie. Hello. It's not safe, right? And so in any holiday kind of a place, you get many deaths because of alcohol. Misadventure, you know. It seems like a good idea when you're at a beachside resort or poolside resort to, resort kind of a place. When you're drunk, to go for a swim in the ocean. It's not a good idea. It's really not a good idea to do that. So people go missing. People go for a swim and they drown, right? Whether it's in swimming pools or whether it's in the ocean. Now the other thing is scooters. You might have noticed when I'm shooting my videos here that a lot of people will ride around without helmets. Now you'll see a lot of locals, not a lot, but some locals that know better than that will get themselves full helmets and wear those. But it's not the majority. The majority will go around with no helmets. Now that is another mix too. So riding scooters with no helmet when you're drunk. A lot of people do it here. A lot of people coming here riding scooters with no helmets when they're not proficient on the road. They're, 18, 19, 20 years old. They're coming here, getting on a scooter when they don't really know how to ride them. There is a lot of road accidents here, and there's a lot of deaths as a result because of the lack of helmets worn here. So that is something taking people out, usually involving that mix, but alcohol is usually in the mix, right? Even it's causing a lot of deaths, but also a lot of accidents too, just people not dying but really hurting themselves. And there's a constant stream of people in the hospital, holiday makers in the hospital, with burns from the exhaust pipe when they fall off, you see it all the time here. There's people with scrapes up one side of the body while they've come off a scooter, and if the head is involved in it, then it's really bad. It can be really bad. So there's that, causing this to be like high death toll kind of a place. Then there's another thing too, and I think people need to know about this one because this takes a lot of people out. Getting drunk, laying down here on the beach or anywhere on the beach, and then falling asleep. Now you might think, oh, when the tide comes in, you'll just wake up, cough and splutter and wake up. You don't wake up, you drown. So water, alcohol, sleep, so many people that will fall asleep on the beach and it kills them. So it happens a lot. It's crazy, right? Anyway, there wasn't any scooter taxis here, which was causing a problem, causing more deaths, because the car taxi drivers didn't want there to be any scooter. They didn't want to take away from their income. So I think there's a bit of blood on taxi driver signs. They allow it now, right? So now we've got some scooter taxis that only happened like a month ago, wearing the orange vests and all of that. And that's much better, right? Because at night, when people are drunk and they want to get home, the car taxis aren't about. And anyway, they charge a lot of money, the car taxis here. And so the scooter taxi is much better. They can work at night, can take people safely home instead of people getting on their scooters drunk. So, alcohol, drugs too, partying, people on holiday thinking that they can do anything goes, It's something that a lot of holiday places have in common, that anything goes kind of thing, especially here in Thailand. It's kind of nice, the lack of rules, but it's kind of dangerous, the lack of rules, if you don't have that common sense, So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, because hopefully it's going to get better now, We can do better. We can do better here, for sure. So something's caught my eye. Look. Don't know what they'll be doing with that. I do highly recommend this resort, Ban's Resort, if you're coming to stay on Koh Tao. There is not very much water in it, but we do have a reservoir here, so they collect the water. They've got a water treatment plant. They've got the gardens here as well. It's a really well cared for resort. Now the group here, Ban's group, family group, they do own a lot of the island. They've got a lot of land here, and so they do a lot of community work, which is really nice. Now I just saw one of the farm people, the guys that tends to these gardens, just go past in a salang, you know, a scooter and sidecar, and he had a basket full of the kale, some Mexican kale. So I don't know if he's taking that to the restaurant and they're going to be having kale salad or something. But I do want to pick some of it on my way home because I might have a kale salad too. There's a lot of it around, hey. So I'll just take a little bit of it. I'll show you, maybe not this one. This one. So I pick some of the smaller leaves and then just kind of pinch them at the bottom. Just get a handful of them, and then when I get home I'll wash them. Kind of nice to be able to pick it on the way home. As I said before, the bigger leaves are a little bit tough, like big leaves like that. A bit tough. So I get the smaller ones. Tastier. Softer on the mouth. Of course I want to wash it because it's next to the road here, so it'll be getting some exhaust fumes, and it's sprayed with the dirty water here. So they've got like different scales of water here, you know. There's the water that is being treated, and they treat it not with chemicals but with ferments. Pretty cool. They do so much great work here, environmental awareness kind of stuff, and very nice. But yeah, there's different grades of water, but I know what they spray the gardens with because it stinks. It's not very well treated kind of water, which it doesn't need to be, right? Oh, look, there's some there as well. It's everywhere. I want them to put a bush right next to my place. Be eating it all the time. So that was a nice walk. My exercise ring closed just as I was getting off the beach there, so that's kind of nice. Sometimes my walks are so leisurely that it only registers like half of it as exercise, but it's obviously keeping it a bit brisk today. I did bump into a couple of friends, and that was nice. They told me about the party that went on last night, which I didn't go to. There's Squeaky the dog yelling at me as I come home. Took those dogs, little fluffy how do you say that? Pomeranians? Anyway, those fluff balls don't like people very much. So not the best resort dogs. They're just like, and they will like go for scooters and people on the bikes too. You know, yapping and trying to bite ankles and stuff. Took me living here like 2 years before they'd stop yapping at me, and they're still at a distance. They'll yap at me until they realise it's me. Like, it's only me. So yeah, if you want to come and stay on Koh Tao, I'd highly recommend this resort. It's beautiful. So well cared for. So almost home now. Actually, I do want to go up to the pool and rinse my feet because I've got sandy feet. So I use the pool showers to rinse my feet and my now sandy Birkenstocks. Oh, the hill. That steep bit up here gets me a bit out of breath. Bit of exercise. A bit more exercise than before. So yeah, I just washed the sand off my feet, clean my shoes up. Look at this. How cute is that? Look at it. Look at it. Purple and pink, and it's got this like hairy root system. It's gorgeous, hey? Didn't get very much kale, but I don't need very much kale because I can get it fresh. So I just rinse it off when I come home and then throw it in the fridge, ready for when I'm making my salad. So I'm back and I'm super thirsty. I have this mega water bottle. It's insulated. I don't know why they put these, you know, good morning, you've got it, remember your goal, that's it, kind of things on the sides, because you can't see through it to see like how much you've had. You kind of feel, but I'll put ice in this, keep it even cooler, fill it up with my mineral water from my plastic bottles, and then put some magnesium and some more minerals in it as well, just to make sure I'm getting, you know, all of that in. Super thirsty after my walk. So how many steps do you get a day? Yeah, 9,340 steps. So yeah, usually when I go on a walk, I'll do about 10,000 steps. So let's have a look what my average is. My average is 9,675. I'm walking more this year compared to last year. Last year, 9,408 steps a day. This year, 10,165 steps a day. I am out on the beach more. I'm running more and walking more on the beach as well, especially, you know, with the knee and the shoulder stuff that I've had going on. It gets me to do that kind of thing more, which I think is really good for our health, right? Don't forget to hydrate yourself. Remember, minerals, very important. And if you're eating healthy food, if you're not eating junk food, then you need to add salt as well to your diet. Salt your food, because you won't be getting enough of it if you're not eating junk food. If you're eating junk food, you'll be getting plenty of salt in there. And don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. Let me know what you want to hear more about as well. And I will see you next time. Have the best day ever.